Greetings. Today, we're going to be talking of the most important things to consider when choosing a broker. Remember, this is a work on forex, stocks, crypto, options, and all chart-related trading. It is delivered by Twigbe Ehizoge. You're advised to share, like, make comment, and ask questions. So, today we're going to be talking about the most important things to consider when choosing a broker. There are thousands, if not millions, of brokers out there. They are all over the internet. But not all of them are reliable, and not all of them are good enough for you. So there are certain things you must consider, you must look out for to get a good broker. Number one thing is the security. The security of your funds are very, very important. And to ensure that you are dealing with the right broker, ensure that it is registered with NFA or CFTC if it's a US broker. These are regulatory bodies that ensure that these brokers are well behaved. So if it's a US broker, ensure that it is registered with NFA and CFTC. These acronyms are usually or proudly written on the website of the brokers. So if it's a UK broker, ensure that it is registered with FSA. If it's an Australia broker, ensure it is registered with ASIC. And if it is a Switzerland broker, ensure it is registered with SFBC. And if it's a Germany broker, ensure it is registered with BAFIN. And if it is a France trader, ensure it is registered with AMF. Another thing to consider apart from the security is the transaction cost. That is the spread and the commission. So there are some brokers who have extremely large spreads, while some have smaller spreads. Anything more than 2 to 3 pips is not ideal for a scalper. If a broker charges you 7 pips to 12 pips or even more, beware of such broker, especially if you are a scalper. I wonder how you can make profit. Say you enter $100 trade and you are charged up to 12 pips, representing about, say, $12. How are you going to make profit out of such trades? So you have to watch out for the transaction costs, the spread and the commission. It is very important. Don't ignore it for any reason. Another thing, or the number 3 thing to consider, is the deposit and the withdrawal. Make sure that the withdrawal process is very, very speedy and smooth. In fact, don't joke with it. Ensure that the withdrawal process is very, very speedy and smooth. With some broker, it is very easy for you to deposit with them. But when it comes to withdrawal, you see them making excuses, delaying you, and slowing down the process, giving you one condition or the other. So it's always good you find out by asking those who trade with such broker how the withdrawal process goes. You can go on the internet and you find previous users or those who are still using such brokers and make inquiry about their withdrawal and deposit process. Another thing to consider, number 4 point that is also very important, is the trading platform. As the technical and the charting tools, they must be very, very friendly and stable. If you find it very difficult gliding through the charts, it's a sure sign you will have problems with such a broker. Another thing to consider, number five thing to consider is the execution. The speed at which your order gets filled is very, very important, especially if you are a scalper. Especially if you are a scalper. You don't want to buy or sell a trade and be wasting time to get your trade executed. If you find issues with such a broker, I will advise you desist from such a broker. Another thing is customer service. The customer service. Are they easily contacted? Do they respond when you are in trouble? How efficient are they? Do they respond easily, quickly, speedily? Do they even respond at all? So if you find issues with these things, please beware of such a broker. The number 7 point is records. Always keep a detailed journal tracking all your transactions. You may feel cheated, but if you have nothing to back it up, that feeling will remain just a feeling. And the easiest way to keep record is to take a screenshot of each order you put. This is very important. A lot of traders neglect record keeping. It is very, very important. In fact, to me, it is one of the most important things to do as a trader. Record all your transactions, because that is the only thing you have to fight your battle. If you have issues with a broker, approach the CFTC or the regulatory body of that broker and come up with your evidence, which is usually your screenshots. This is what you need to fight them with. So these are some of the factors you have to consider when choosing a broker. And again, let's talk about account managers. Beware of most forex account managers. Don't place your hard-earned money into the hands of a complete stranger. You may end up being a happy client at the end of the day. But not all account managers are bad. But there is simply no replacement for experience gained through personal studying and trading. I always advise people to put much effort in training yourself and studying for yourself and trading for yourself. That is the best option. But if you are too busy to do so, then take your time to find a good account managers. That is what we do. And if you wish we trade for you, just contact us and we'll ensure that you turn out profitable. So another factor to consider is robots and systems. They are famously known as EAs. I advise you to stay away from them until you become a master trader or a programmer yourself. Robots or EAs can be great tools, but there is no perfect one that will work in our environment all the time. They may work sometimes, they may not work sometimes. But if you are the creator, you know when and when not to use them. But if you are not, you may not be acquainted with all the facilities involved. Another thing is signal services. The question you should ask yourself is that if the signal service is so profitable, why would the creator want to share the profit with you? So most signal providers are there to make money for themselves. At the end of the day, even if the signals are right, you may not have the wherewithal to make use of it in such a way that you end up profitable. So that is that for the class today. Thank you for being a part of us. You're advised to subscribe, to share, make comments, and ask questions. Thank you.